If a penis that belongs to me is in my house just walking around, you want me to leave it alone? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cherie. Thank you for clicking on this video today. And in today's video, we are reviewing season 9, episode 8 of Married at First Sight. So let's get started. Y'all, this whole entire weekend I've done absolutely nothing because for the past few weeks I've been traveling and working and just overall doing a lot. And so for the past 2 weekends I just didn't want to put on any clothes or do anything, including actually putting on like panties or anything. I know that's TMI, but we family, so we talk them here. So being that I had to actually look like somebody to get on camera, that lets you know how much I care about being consistent and talking with you guys about this show. Because even when I'm watching, I'm like mentally, because I watch it once and I go back and write what, things that for me to remember. I'm like, this will be hilarious to talk about. So I'm here. If I could turn the camera, you'll see it's like rainy, thundery cloudiness, which is perfect sleeping weather, which means the people downstairs at the pool not gonna be, well, it's not raining anymore, so they're back outside being loud. But anyway, that's besides the point. I'm here and I'm happy about it. So yeah, let's just keep going. So this episode is the intimacy episode where the couples kind of dive into how intimate they are at this point in the process, because they are about, I believe, a month away from decision day. So by this point, they should be connecting in an intimate way on some level. And everybody's different, but there should be, some type of not just friendship, but you're actually developing intimacy with your partner at this point of the process. So let's start off with Keith and Iris. So excuse me. At this point, Keith's grandma has died, and the previous episode we saw that she wasn't doing too well. They had to move her to hospice because she had cancer, but she was able to meet Iris. She was at the wedding, so that was just good for him. And I love the way that Iris was there to support him, even though she just met this person. But just being a kind human being, whenever you see someone going through something like losing a grandparent, you always want to be there for that person because it's not easy. So yeah, that was pretty much that situation. And then all the couples did an exercise, and I think, were they all different? I can't remember if they were all different. I feel like they were all different exercises for the couples. And Keith ended up asking Iris, based on the activity, which was already, it's something that he came up with. That's what pretty much the experts or whoever came up with it asked. And one of the questions was, what is your favorite position? And Iris proceeds to have this she kind of like, I don't know, and no, I'm a virgin. Iris, I'm sick of you. I am sick of you. You've done, and we've established that you've done other things. Even if you didn't have a penis in your vagina, Iris, you have done other stuff. Okay, and we grown, so we gonna talk here. You know about positions, even if you could say, well, I don't know, because I ain't never had no penis, but I'm assuming I may you can joke with it, even though you may not know, but you don't have to have this episode where you're like, well, I don't know, and then we got to talk about your virginity again. Iris, how many times do we have to tell you, we get it, we understand, we are proud of you, we understand how precious it is to you, but come on, Iris, be mature about these things. Be able to at least have the conversation. If you're not going to let the man touch you, at least be able to have these conversations without acting like a freaking child. Iris gets on my nerves. So that was her. I need her to do better. moving on to Deanna and Greg. And so it was Greg's birthday in the previous episode. And yeah, they had sex. So yay for them, because I was worried about them, one, kind of being stuck due to Deanna's, wall she has up, and not being able to move forward and kind of get stuck in like, we're just going to be nice to each other and we're just going to be friends. So they did have sex, but then the poor girl had the bubble guts. And I know that was kind of probably embarrassing because my son would be doing some weird stuff too. And I'm like, if someone was around here, this is grown stuff. It is what it is. Okay, we got these bodies and they do stuff. And so she was sick, and Greg was there for her and taking care of her, but they couldn't like have sex again because she just got sick. So they had I wanted to mention Deanna still, they had sex. I don't know what it is. I think it's a combination of her willingness to expose certain things on camera. I think that's a part of it. And I also think that she does have these just self walls up where she's, trying to, protect herself from whatever happened in the past. So I think it's two things going on there. But she still has them up. And when they were doing their exercise, he was like, well, how would you feel if, we only had sex at once every few months or something crazy, And she was like, I would be fine with that as long as it wasn't just a passionate session during that time. What is going on with people? I don't get it. And maybe it's a Scorpio thing. I don't know. But if a penis that belongs to me is in my house just walking around, you want me to leave it alone for once every month? What is happening here? I don't get it. You can be brushing your teeth. You can be turning the doorknob. You can be putting your deodorant on. I'm going to be looking, okay? I don't want to say too much, up in these streets. But I don't understand that. I don't get it. So, but that's what she said, But anyway, they're doing fine. There's nothing really happened with them. Let's move on to the fools. And then we come back to Jamie and Elizabeth being Jamie and Elizabeth. And Dr. Pepper had to come step in and meet with them because, of course, they are informing the experts of everything that's going on. And they just had, discussions of the Caucasian sex. So they was like, I need to step in at that moment. So Dr. Pepper shows up and, she tells Elizabeth that, you're married and you just can't be leaving like that, like in a marriage, because you can go to the couch, you can go to the next room, but don't leave, So she explained that to that. They have a pretty good conversation. But then they get into another fight because apparently they went on a walk and Elizabeth kind of brought up, taking a step back from the sex, which if he's doing the Caucasian sex that you don't like, why? Well, let me back that up. Yeah, she wanted to take a step back from having the Caucasian sex. I'm trying to get my thoughts together here. Be patient with me. I'm going to get there. And according to her, he's a sex addict. And so she feels like if they take a step back from all of the sex they're having, and we've got mixed stories, so that's why I'm confused. I'm trying to make sure I get which story I'm believing at this point because we don't know. So yeah, she wanted to take a step back from the sex, and apparently he didn't like that, and she feel like he got mad and did some passive stuff with the dogs where he snatched them. Something happened with the dogs and the animals. And so that got her upset, and then she went into her tantrum and thing that she does, and now she's leaving after, I don't think this was like 3 hours after Dr. Pepper left. 3 hours after, she's packing up her stuff to go again. Like, did you not learn any lesson? I mean, I could see if it was a few weeks or months down the line, 3 hours later, after this whole session with the expert, you packing your bags again. And if you were really leaving, you would have just left. You wouldn't have this whole production. You wouldn't be going back and forth. When I'm out, I'm out. So there's no stopping me. I'm really out. So yeah, that whole relationship is just toxic. It's entertaining, but it's a toxic relationship, and clearly anybody can see that these fools do not need to be together. And I've said this from the beginning, that it was just not going to work for them. And yeah, it's just, we know that this is a mess, and they're going to continue to go back and forth until, I don't know what it's going to take for one of them to just leave. But yeah, that's them. And then we get to Amber and Matt. At this point, it's almost 2 before Matt comes home. He hasn't communicated with Amber. He does not have his ring. And he just walks up in there and was like, "What's up?" You know that meme of that guy from Toronto? I don't know. I don't follow basketball that well. It was his name, Kwame or something, where he's like, "What it do, baby?" That's what he did. Like, ain't nothing happened. At that point, being who I am, and I still got work to do on myself, all his stuff, there would have been no communication, because at that point, I know he's alive, okay? Once I find out that he's alive and there's just no major thing that prevented him from letting me know that he was okay and what was just communicating with me as his wife, that's it. Your stuff is out there, okay? Your stuff is already packed. We ain't nothing to talk about. You just, and when, and then even if she didn't have it waiting for him, once he walked in there like that, that would have been a trigger for me, and I would have just started packing up his stuff. What Amber needs to have is a Bernadine waiting to exhale moment. That's what she needed to have, but that's probably not the best advice. Don't do that, Amber. But sir, how are you just gonna walk up in there like that? And I say it again and again. I feel like I say it every video. Matt should have not been chosen for this. Matt is not ready for marriage. How do you not know? Just in general with communicating, even with, not even have to be your significant other. When I'm traveling, when I'm doing stuff, I communicate to my friends where this is where I'm going to be. You know, if my friends are expecting me to say, "Hey, I made it home safely," just some general communication to let people who care about you know that you're okay. That's just the decent thing to do. And Matt doesn't know that small decent thing. So yeah, Amber has some work to do with her self-esteem. And I think, again, if your self-esteem is, and we're not perfect people, and I'm putting the expectation of perfect on people, which I'm not perfect myself and got a whole bag of stuff that I'm still dealing with, but I just feel like your self-esteem needs to be at a certain level, even if it's not, way up here. It needs to be somewhere where it will be something positive for your relationship, where it's not going to be an obstacle, something that you're still dealing with, because you gotta know who you are and your self-worth. Because if you don't know, then some fool will come along, and this is what we get. I just don't know. And so now Amber is just ready to move along and with the relationship like nothing's ever happened. So it is what it is. All right, guys. So that was episode 8. I believe and hope I'm saying the right number. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I think that was it. I'm going to get out here and do some more adulting, which includes grocery shopping, which I hate. I really want to do Instacart, but yeah, the way people crazy has been set up as of lately, I might as well just, go get my own stuff and stop being lazy. And I'm already fully dressed, so yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. You guys be blessed. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.